What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this new album from Mac Miller called Swimming. Now, Mac Miller is a rapper who's coming out of Pittsburgh who has put out some well-received projects like Watching Movies with the Sound Off, but with his last project, The Divine Feminine, he really went with the more mellow and melodic style. That really had people split because his singing on it was quite weak. That's something that does come up on this project right here, and I will talk about it more. But the production on The Divine Feminine was pretty dope in my opinion. You had a lot of soulful, mellow stuff going on. You had a couple of quality features on there as well, like Anderson .Paak on the incredibly funky song Dang. So there were things that I liked about it, even if I'm not a huge Mac Miller fan, and it wasn't something that made my year-end list or anything like that. But with this project right here, we do get some positives because Mac is really taking a cathartic approach. I think we all know about some of the issues he's had recently with Ariana Grande as well as that DUI. Maybe not so much recently, but within the last year or so. And he really is doing his best to stay afloat in spite of all these things that he's gone through. You can tell the title's Swimming. Obviously, he's trying to stay swimming and not drown. And that's something you will pick up on as you listen through this project because there are plenty of watery references. You'll hear this on the album's opener, Come Back to Earth, where he says that he's swimming and trying not to drown. So very clearly he's using this album as a way of not falling victim to himself. We all know how easy it is to get trapped in negative cycles and do nothing to change, but I do appreciate on this song and throughout this album how he seems to really be trying to become a better person and work through his shit. I also got to call out the production on this track because I thought it was really dope. You're getting some light bass, warm strings, and keys, and I thought this was a very nice way to ease the listener into the album. Really a pretty dope track, and I did enjoy it. But the next track, Hurt Feelings, has got to be my favorite one. This is one of those gentle bangers where you can turn it up if you want to bounce with it or turn it back if you just want to chill and vibe with it. And here we do get a glimpse into Mac's mind state. He spits that rather than trying to go around his pain, he's going through it. Again, he's just approaching that shit head on like the motherfucking juggernaut. And he also spits, I've been getting richer, but that only made me crazy. Mama told me I was different back when I was a baby. Now, I do understand that it's hard to feel sorry for someone who's overly wealthy, but I can also understand how the combination of wealth, ego, substance abuse, and mental health can all really result in negative cycles, man. So I do understand what he's saying, because that shit can get destructive like a BFG 9000. This is proven on Self-Care, where once again he's dealing with this DUI that he had and trying to work his way through some of that destructive behavior. But I do appreciate, as you can tell by the title, that he is taking that time to look inward and reflect and maybe make himself become a better person, man. I really can't hate on this cathartic approach he's taking. I think it's important for artists to work through their pain like that. And yet at the same time, this project really does get kind of dull. There are certainly some nice moments on it that I enjoy, but I already mentioned how the singing on it can be very lackluster, man. I'm sure it's a love it or hate it thing, depending on how you feel about his garbled style, but I just find his voice to be very flat and dull like some pancake booty, you know what I mean? There's just not enough meat on it for me to grab into, sink my teeth into, maybe feel... Okay. Thinking about booties now. Let's get back to the music. I'm getting out of hand. But I think you guys know what I'm saying. One thing I do have to add, though, is that the production really does help uplift some of these tracks where the vocals and the rapping sometimes are kind of boring. I'm talking about tracks like What's the Use and Ladders, where you're getting these very funky bass lines, just some nice and bouncy tracks. So these are tracks I thought were all right. But for the most part, it sounds like he's sucking back a jawbreaker as he's laying down his vocals. The worst offense by far has got to be on 2009, where it's even worse than that, man. It just sounds like his tongue was stung by 1,000 bees, and I really feel like bringing some different vocalists would have helped take this project to the next level. It gets very dull and monotonous, redundant and boring throughout. That was one of the main issues I had with it, but if he had brought some more vocalists to help break things up, that would have went a long way. So... all that said, I'm going to go with a 3 out of 5 here because I pretty much feel the same way about this as I did his last project, The Divine Feminine, and I don't think it's all bad. I do like the production throughout. I think that stays pretty consistent and cohesive, and you do get some content here to sift through, which does help uplift this from being like an all-out garbage project in my opinion. But that's just what I got to say about it. You guys check it out for yourself and then hit me up in the comments section to let me know what you think. And of course, man, make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.